Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers in this truth. This is the brother Kadash. Brother Kana. Just coming back with another lesson. We're going to name this one pretty much just end times. We all here studying, doing the word, eating the whole row. So why not make a video and share that knowledge, share that truth? With great power comes great responsibility. We thankful to the Lord, Tawada Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, for even putting the spirit on us to even want to come out here and learn more so we can teach more. Learn more so we can keep more so we can teach more. That's how we do it. So this lesson is going to be called End Time. We're going to let the brother start off in Matthew chapter 24, and we just pretty much breaking down the end times and things that we've seen. That was the spirit that was on us. So we can start in there from whatever verse we was going to start from, verse 4 or something like that.
Okay. Matthew 24, verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Most High, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all of these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Hold up right there. So we know, me and the brother was talking about this. We was like, man, nobody knows the day like the Lord comes like a thief in the night. 2 Peter chapter 2, right? So it says the Lord comes back like a thief in the night. Meaning nobody knows the date. And we were saying that, right?
Yeah.
And we pretty much were saying but we could tell the seasons. Why? Because we hear wars, rumors of wars. And we know that World War I has already been fulfilled. Scriptures talk about that in Revelation. We know that World War II has already been fulfilled. And we know that the scriptures talk about woe, the third woe, going into World War III. That would be one of the major signs, not the most sign, not the biggest sign that we're getting to the end of the Lord returning, but one of the major signs that the Lord return. Because we hear no wars, rumors of war. America versus Afghanistan, America and Israel versus Iran, China and Russia versus America. We hearing of these wars and the rumors that it's going to be wars, but the Lord just hasn't pressed the button yet for it all to take place. Because when the Lord does press the button and the mark of the beast prophecy has been fulfilled, the Lord gonna press that button and things are gonna move very fast, man. Keep going.
For nation, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
We've seen the earthquakes. Look at what's going on in some of these islands. So, man, if you really look at the last year, do you know that there's been fucking islands on fire? Look at Australia on fire. Look at the volcanoes that have been erupting. And you know with the volcanoes comes earthquakes in diverse places. Look at California. Earthquakes on fire. We in a pandemic right now, which goes to pesticides. Because pesticides just mean like diseases.
And another thing, when it speaks about the famines, we just seen something on about a water shortage in Colorado.
Yeah, hell yeah, because they got the Denver Dam, I believe.
Yeah,
it is. And the Denver Dam, if you go look at the levels, man, that thing almost out of there. It's pretty much almost dry.
Yeah, it got the marks in the dam. It got the marks where the water started, and to like now where it's at. Man, it lost a lot. Man, it lost a lot of water.
It's a lot of cities that depend off the electricity that's made from that dam. So they got electricity and a power shortage. They got a water shortage. Shit, farmers been saying there's gonna be a chicken and meat shortage. What just happened down in the south? They had a gas shortage.
Yeah,
and that affects the trucks.
I was down there. I was down there. I was in Colorado. Not Colorado. Carolina. I was pulling up. Because I drive trucks and stuff. I'm pulling up to the gas, to the truck stops, and it's literally, they got garbage cans in front of every pump.
Damn.
And it was like that for like a week.
Man, and the prices and shit going up.
And it was like that in Carolina. It was like that in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia.
Damn.
Yeah, like those was like the three main ones. Like it was super hard to find gas.
And people don't understand that. Yeah, they say, well, I got a Tesla, I got an electric car, I don't need no motherfucking gas. So I was seeing memes and shit. People was pulling up to the gas station laughing with their Teslas. But you don't understand how that gas shortage affects everything else. Because guess who needs gas? truck drivers. Guess how you got your meat on your shelves? How you got your eggs on your shelves? Your Sunny D in your grocery store, your Band-Aids, your medicine, your trash bags, your diapers for your children, your Similac for your children. Guess how it got there? Don't take too long thinking about it. It came on a truck. It comes from the bigger trucks, take it to the warehouses and the distribution, whatever, however you say it, centers and shit. And then you get the little trucks, like the little FedEx trucks. They go to the centers after the big trucks that already delivered them. And then the little FedEx trucks, they take it to the stores and shit. They take it to the stores and deliver it. But everything comes by a truck, man. Your bullets, your guns, all that stuff comes in by trucks, man. So for it to be a gas shortage and the truckers can't bring the materials to your town in times. But some people call it shit hits the fan, sedition amongst men, insurrection. It's a lot of different names for it. Keep going.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
Stop right there. And this is why I be trying to tell the brother that, like, because he knew in the truth, being honest, and I'm trying to tell him, like, a lot of people that you may even try to teach the truth to, a lot of people that's close to you is going to be delivering you up during these times, man. You got to think about it. When people ain't got food, loved ones were getting hurt, people ain't got a secure place to live because people is busting in people's doors with guns and stuff. So you can't really go to sleep. You tired. You ain't got food. You ain't got water. In order to get that, if they have to deliver you up, they will in order to save their life. That's going to be happening during this time. So it says, well, we're going to be hated for this word. So you got to know, like what the apostles always say, you got to know what you're getting into. You want to get in this truth? When I used to work at the iron workers, they used to say, they used to always have this funny phrase going around. It used to be like, so you want to be an iron worker, huh? Because when your ass get out there on that highway and you putting in that rebar in that concrete and it's hot, and you would lift up and be like, damn, and somebody always laugh at you. So you want to be an iron worker, huh? So we got to ask the same thing. So you want to be in this truth, huh? You want to be a Hebrew Israelite? Are you sure? Because people going to get delivered up, man. And we going to be hated. We going to be number one on Esau's hit list. But with that comes a great reward if you keep the faith. Keep going.
Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But
no love out here.
But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
You gotta endure to the end. We're gonna have to go through that. There's no such thing as a tribulation before a rapture before tribulation. Acts chapter 14, starting at verse 22, says, through much tribulation we must enter the kingdom of heaven. Keep going, laughing.
Verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
That's the number one sign. So we got wars, rumors of wars, pestilences, diseases, earthquakes in diverse places, which tells us we get to the end times. But the number one sign is the Lord's chosen people, the elect, the prophets, waking up and teaching this truth and spreading this gospel. And how are we doing this? By what we're doing right now. We getting in here, learning the truth. We put it on video. We put it on YouTube. And that way, people from all different countries can watch your videos.
And to be honest, you start... I apologize for cutting you off. But to be honest, you starting to see this stuff that we doing now more than ever.
This the new hot thing in town. This the biggest thing in town.
Yeah.
This truth right here. And we might not get that many views, but as a body, all together, there's so many Israelites from different camps all over that's putting up videos daily. YouTube is getting flooded. I wish I could sit behind the computer, the YouTube creators and stuff like that, and see all the videos they have to approve daily. It'd probably be so many Hebrew Israelite videos being uploaded to YouTube, man. Think about it. It got to be millions of videos uploaded every day. Some brothers doing 2-3 videos. Some brothers do videos every day. Some brothers do videos every other day. So this truth is the hot thing, but that's the number one prophecy that shows you we at the end times. Because when we wake up, the Lord gonna come back and get us. Deuteronomy chapter 30. That's it on that. Yeah. Let's jump to Zephaniah chapter 1. But I got one right here. This is Jeremiah 49. I'm trying to kind of...
That's towards the end?
Nah, towards the middle. A couple books after Matthew. Now, when I'm kind of trying to keep it on track, but this is Matthew 49, just a quick precept, because that's the number one sign. But like you said, we should be delivered. Those going to be offended, and we're going to be delivered up, like you said in the book of Matthew 24. And that's how you know we get into the end times. But with that happening, Esau ass is going to have to pay too. He think that he ain't going to have to pay for the things he did. And even going back through the history of slavery and the bondage, the captivity, the rape, rob, murder, genocide, he think he ain't going to have to pay for these things, but he is going to pay for these things. And like I mentioned, Deuteronomy chapter 30, that's another way to see that we're at the end times when those curses are starting to be put on our enemies. This is Jeremiah 49, verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken." We were supposed to be a holy and particular people to the Lord, but we sinned against the Lord, going to the book of Deuteronomy 28, so we had to drink of that cup of destruction. That's why we went to slavery. It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" So the ones that did it to us, America, the Edomites, are they going to go unpunished? It says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So they not going to go unpunished for these things. They got a judgment coming, you know. They not finna go to the kingdom untouched, the ones that believe, and they don't have to go through it as a people, as a nation. No, they're gonna have to drink of that cup as a nation of people. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah should become a desolation." We've seen America become desolation, because there are people before they're a place. So when it says Bozrah, it's talking about the Edomites, and they got a stronghold over here in America, Mystery Babylon, to this day. It says, "A reproach, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof should be perpetual waste." New York, Miami, LA, Texas, Atlanta, all that shit is going to be a waste city. You know, it says, I have heard, no, I'm going to jump down just in case you didn't know who this was talking about. Verse 17, it says, "Also Edom should be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished." So when we in the kingdom, and we got to fly over America or around America to go do whatever we got to do, this place going to be an astonishment. You're going to be looking down on America the same way people are over there looking at Egypt right now. Damn, what happened? This was Egypt? The greatest, because Egypt was the greatest kingdom during this time. A vast, rich, great kingdom, kind of like America. You're going to be like, damn, the Lord did this to it? It says, "And shall hiss at the plagues thereof, as the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it." Meaning no man's going to ever live on this land again. Just like the Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord rained fire and brimstone. But the fire and brimstone this time going to come by the way of those nuclear weapons, and no man's ever going to live on this land again. And that's another sign of what's going to happen, and a prophecy of what's going to happen during the end times. You got that one?
Yeah, because he's going to destroy this place to the point where ain't nobody going to want to try to rebuild this place.
It's going to be so much destruction,
it's
man.
It's going to be, man, over with.
Start verse 14.
Okay. Zephaniah, verse 14. "The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. The day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness."
So is it a day of celebration, a day of hugs and kisses and handing out flowers and gifts to each other? No, man. It's a day of dark cloudiness, gloominess, destruction. And this is what the prophets, but it takes the prophets to go out there, because we're the Lord's mouthpiece. We go out there and we prophesy, trying to warn the people that this is going to happen. And me and the brother was just talking about this in Revelation chapter 10. Ezekiel chapter 3 is sweet. And it's sweet in your mouth as honey, but it gets bitter in your stomach. Because we got to go out there and tell the people this is what's about to happen. You know, we finna have to go through all hell. Me and the brother out here at the park, mosquitoes and shit eating us. We like, man, but this how it's gonna be if we got to get out there in the wilderness. If we got to pull off a Judah Maccabees and retreat to the wilderness. You're gonna have to deal with that. That's bitter. You meditating on that day and night, knowing that that's coming, knowing that, damn, I might not have my wife.
Thought of that.
I might not have my kids.
Yeah.
We might lose all that. You know, we might be out here living in a goddamn tent. That could get bitter to man. But the Lord put the spirit, we don't have the spirit of fear on us. The Lord put the spirit of great courage on his elect man, you know, of his prophets. So we know that this is coming. It's bitter in the stomach, man. It's going to be bitter in anybody's stomach, knowing things like that's going to happen. When those things start to happen, and it's happening to a lot of brothers right now, A lot of brothers is going through hard things right now with family members, going to go take the job and stuff, and it's out of their hands, out of their control. They can't do nothing about it.
Man, so many of my family members done fell victim to it, and they done let these people brainwash them that that's the right thing to do, and it's safer for the community. But they just don't know.
And it gets sad sometimes. Sometimes you like, damn, so-and-so went and got it. That kind of get bitter in your stomach. You like, but that goes into what the name of this lesson is, end times. That's how we know we get to the end times. The Lord is separating his elect from the rest of them. He's separating the goats from the sheep on Matthew chapter 25. That's just the time. Keep going.
Okay, verse 15. No, I'm sorry, verse 16. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as a dung.
Right.
As the dung.
Right. Did the Lord say he gonna heal America and he gonna heal? He said he gonna bring distress upon man. You gotta deal with that. Keep going. Keep finishing.
Verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
So if you over here on the land of America, at some point in time, a great fire is going to sweep the whole land. Imagine a gigantic nuclear hypersonic missile coming down, and that fire blast wall, that radiation fire blast wall, going to sweep the whole land of America.
So
if you ain't, it's over with. You see what I'm saying? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 8. It says, and he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That's another way we know we at the end time. Because that's saying that Esau will be in his kingdom, he will be in rulership. Esau is the end of the world. Meaning at the end of this world, the people that will be ruling it will be the Edomites. And who the fuck is that? Process of elimination. It ain't that hard to tell. You see what I'm saying? Right. Who has the #1 military? Your ass go up into, if you get a plane and you fly over to New York, who's gonna come get you? Who gonna call the call?
The top richest families in the world.
Right, and we know who they are as a people. They're Edomites. You know, they're so-called Caucasian. That's who is rulership. But it says Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, which goes into the kingdom. Revelation 21, which goes into the kingdom, which we're gonna get to this one next. As a matter of fact, Esau is the end of the world. Esau will be in rulership at the end of the world, and Jacob is the one that follows me, and Jacob will be in rulership in the kingdom. It don't say Jacob, Esau, Ishmael, the ones that believe of all these nations will be in rulership in the kingdom. It says Jacob will be. God damn. You finish verse 1.
Okay. Revelation 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
Hold on right there. So it said I saw a new heaven and new earth. Remember it said in 2nd Esdras chapter 6, it said Esau's the end of the world. So Esau world, the old heavens, the old earth, not literally the earth, but the kingdom. So when he said I saw a new heaven, new earth, he's saying he's seen a new kingdom on earth, a new rulership on earth. The old one passed away. The one that Esau was ruling, that one passed away. Like you said, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the one that follows. So he's going into the one that follows, which is Jacob. That's why he say he's seen New Jerusalem coming down. Not new people, in a sense. It's the same Israelites, it's the same people, but we've been renewed because we got those new bodies and the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts, keeping them.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a Bible, adorned, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them and be their
God.
I mean, that's just what it is. So the Lord actually going to dwell with us in the kingdom. Right now, the Lord can't dwell with us. We too filthy. But in the kingdom, we going to be made clean and holy. And then we're going to get back into that marriage, like it says, prepare for the bride, right? Then we're going to get back in that marriage with the Lord, right? And then the Lord's going to actually dwell with us in the kingdom. Yahweh Shai going to come down and dwell with us. I mean, what a blessing is that? You see what I'm saying? But it clearly tells you it's for Jerusalem. That's that new one. But before we get to that new rulership over the earth, which really it goes back to the ancient rulership during the time of Adam. It goes all the way back to the time of Adam. You know, but we fell and we had to go off in order to learn the wicked side. So in the kingdom, we can be perfect judges because we know the righteous side and we know the wicked side. We know if you be wicked, what can happen, which is the world that we live in today. So in the kingdom, we gonna know both sides. So we gonna be perfect judges. Now this is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself. So we measuring the time by all these prophecies. We measuring the time saying, look, it's getting close, man. We waiting for a couple more prophecies and mark of the beast to pop off.
Process of elimination.
You see, we measuring the times. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, the signs in Matthew 24, when I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. The Lord going to start visiting. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we read that in Matthew 24, earthquakes, uproars of the people. I mean, last year it was riots in all 50 states over the George Floyd stuff. It says, uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And the Lord is speaking that way by the scriptures, by the words in the scriptures, and his prophets bringing it out, speaking it to the people. You know, let me jump to, well, verse 6 says, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So he gave us the signs to know the signs of the time. No man knows the day, but we know the season. We know the signs. We know we measuring the time diligently. And he sends his prophets back to warn the people that, look, this is getting close to the end times. We're going to end it off with this one, which is 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Very famous one. Verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people stand up to fight against another people. We're seeing that happen right now. And swords in their hands. Swords is just weapons. It could be guns, whatever. It says, and there should be sedition among men and evading one another. They should not regard their kings or their princes, or in the course of their actions should stand in their power. They're not going to regard the government, these different mayors, whoever's in power. They're going to fucking run and go crazy out here. It's going to be purged in the street, all hell breaking loose. It says, and a man should desire to go in the city and should not be able. Maybe because you ain't take the job. Now you can't enter in this city because they got shutdowns and lockdowns. We seeing that. So we know that it's getting close to the time. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and the house shall be destroyed. And man shall be afraid. So people going to be afraid and the cities are going to be in trouble. It said, a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their house with the sword, with the gun. They're going to be running through your house with the gun. Why? And spoil their goods. Because of lack of bread, which goes to famines. Matthew 24, it said there should be famines and great tribulation. So man is going to be running to other man's houses, just like Purge, just like The Walking Dead, because they're going to be looking for food, man, because there's going to be a lack of good and lack of famines. And that's how we know we at the end times. That's why they got the movie The Walking Dead, The Book of Eli, The Purge. They got these movies because they telling you, look, this is going to happen at some type of point. So get ready, you know, and this is the warning, you know, this has been called the end times. We're going to leave it there. We're going to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. You know, double honors to our apostles and elders, salvation to the elect, and shalom.
Shalom.